Today I'm going to talk about those comfort foods that we're eating, the bread, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, those foods that are making us feel better emotionally, but maybe they're aggravating our acne. So I'm going to talk about that and what you can do about it. Hi, I'm Dr. Stacey Shillington, Naturopathic doctor. Welcome. It's my mission to help you clear your acne from the inside out. Today, I'm going to talk about those comfort foods that we're eating, the bread, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, those foods that are making us feel better emotionally, but maybe they're aggravating our acne. So I'm going to talk about that and what you can do about it. Okay, but first, subscribe, like. If you have any questions at all, pop them in the comments because it is my mission to help you clear your acne from the inside out so you don't have to deal with it anymore at all. Okay, so let's do a deep dive in. Why are these comfort foods that make us feel so good? Why are they making our skin worse? Well, what's happening is these foods are simple carbohydrates, which means they break down into glucose very quickly in our body, and they also produce a lot of glucose. Glucose is a sugar. When you have high amounts of glucose, you are going to produce high amounts of insulin. And with these high amounts of insulin stimulates factors that actually stimulate androgens in your body. I know, it's crazy. And these androgens are the hormones that cause acne. So high insulin levels are directly related to high acne levels. And there is a ton of research that backs this up now. It is undisputed. So that is the main reason why these simple carbohydrates are causing you to break out more. Then there's also the microbiome that we have to consider. When you're eating foods that break down into sugar very quickly, that sugar is going to feed the pathogenic microbes that are in the microbiome. And not only is it going to lead to more acne, but it's also going to lead to your immune system being compromised. And that, my friends, we all know is something that we do not have time for right now. So simple carbohydrates are not your friend right now when it comes to your skin, and especially when it comes to your immune system. I know, they taste so good, they feel so good, they feel like so essential right now, but there are things you can do to minimize the effects of these simple carbohydrates. I'm gonna walk you through them right now. Okay, so number one, replace these simple carbohydrates with gluten-free, more complex carbohydrates. You want starchy carbohydrates that take longer to break down into glucose so you don't have that huge blood sugar and insulin spike. So I'm talking about quinoa, wild rice, buckwheat, millet. There are so many great gluten-free foods out there. It's not difficult to find them. And especially these gluten-free grains, they are just gonna make you feel so much better. And I mean, we've been brilliant with gluten-free. You can find almost anything that you enjoy full of gluten now as a gluten-free product. Like for instance, if you're loving your pasta, that's great. Don't give up your pasta. Instead, try a quinoa pasta. That's gonna be so much better. The other thing that you wanna be mindful of is portions. Don't have a massive plate of pasta with a little bit of sauce. Have a small plate of pasta that's made from a gluten-free grain like quinoa with a lot of sauce. So it's all about portion control as well. And getting rid of the gluten is a huge factor for so many people, especially if you have acne, because your body is imbalanced. There's inflammation going on there. And switching to gluten-free grains, gluten-free breads, gluten-free pastas, wild rice, quinoa, that is going to reduce the inflammation in your gut. Remember, acne is inflammation, and also remember that the gut is so related to your immune system. This is one of the best things you can do for yourself right now. And you don't have to sacrifice a lot of taste. At least that's what I think. Some people are like, oh my God, are you kidding me? There's nothing like the real thing. Maybe so, but it also feels really great to have a strong immune system and to have clear skin. You know, that's just me though. Okay, always eat your carbohydrates with a fat or protein. Don't eat carbohydrates on their own because that is going to spike your blood sugar levels up, way up. Whereas if you're combining with a fat or a protein, the spike is not going to be as spiky. It's going to be more of a curve. So you are not going to get the same amount of insulin, jamming into your bloodstream all at once, creating those factors that create androgens. Instead, it's going to be a lot calmer. So combine carbs with a fat and a protein. And yes, even if you're eating potato chips, don't eat potato chips on their own. Eat them with a nice hummus or a dip or something to calm that glycemic load a little bit. And then there's some of my patients out there that just cannot handle any type of starchy carbohydrate for a period of time. And that's because we really need to step back. We need to heal any dysbiosis. We really need to heal insulin levels and kind of re-educate the body on how to metabolize things properly. And often with those patients, we need to remove starchy carbohydrates for a period of time. I'm talking about a month. You don't want to remove them forever. That's not healthy either. But sometimes you need to look at your diet as a therapeutic intervention. And some of my patients, we just need to get rid of the starchy carbs for a period of time, balance everything, and then we're back. Okay, so hopefully that's shed a little bit of light. Bottom line, if you need your comfort foods, but you want your skin to stay clear or not flare up, and you want your immune system to be in great shape, replace the simple carbohydrates, the bread, the pasta, the rice, with more complex gluten-free carbohydrates. I'm talking about quinoa, I'm talking about buckwheat, wild rice, sweet potatoes, squash. They're so healthy for you. They're going to help your immune system and you're going to feel better. Eat these carbohydrates with fats and proteins and don't stress. That's the big one, right? Try not to stress out at this time. You need to have your wits about you. You need to focus on building your immune system as much as you can. And unfortunately, stress, anxiety, and simple carbohydrates are not helping you in that endeavor at all. So, sending you guys so much love. It's a crazy, crazy time. We all need to stick together and support each other. Do the very best you can. I'm such an advocate for your health, for your immune system, and I want to help you build those things as much as you can. So, sending you hugs, sending you kisses from Toronto, wishing you and your family tons of health and wellness, and just a little plug on the end. Sorry if this sounds a little flippant, but if you have acne, check out my 7-week clear skin program because I am here to help you on your clear skin journey. Send you guys tons of love. Bye.